Alright, welcome back. Playing Eve Online, running through the tutorial. Now let's see what she has to say.
When you've read the mission briefing, click Accept to begin.
Alright, this is a mission that she's going to have us do. What we got to do is we got to fly to a location in space and retrieve our ship, and then use it to carry back an item from a local Amar cargo rig. And you'll get 500 ISK, which is the currency in the game. Or ISK, I just call it ISK. The following rewards will be yours if you complete this mission. Now normally, there'll be other stuff in there too, like skill books or ships, etc, etc. Alright, let's hit accept.
Proceed down the hallway to the ship hangar balcony. There you can board your capsule and undock.
Alright, right down here is where she's talking. We already walked down the hallway. So, let's go over here, hit undock. Go to space. Space.
Whenever you are given a mission, you will be provided with a bookmark to that location, allowing you to warp there.
Let's let it load up. It's got to load the universe for the first time. To give you an idea of the universe. Look at all that. Now to give you an idea of how small we are. Here we are, right here, in our little spaceship. Our little capsule. Left click moves you around your ship. Right click lets you look around. But here we are in our little ship. And to give you an idea of how big everything is, we're going to zoom all the way out. That is how small we are compared to everything else. We are tiny in this big, huge world. Okay. Now, what she's saying is whenever... Actually, let's sit down. Okay, whenever an agent gives you a mission, if you right-click anywhere in space, and you see right here, Agent Missions, covering the basics. This is right here, Encounter, Dead Space. You want to warp to that location.
Warp drive active.
And it's going to warp you in the direction of where the quest is. Or the mission, rather. Some warp drives are faster than others. Obviously, in this little capsule, it's not very fast.
Take control of your camera drones now to change the view around your capsule. Every ship you pilot comes pre-fitted with self-piloting camera drones. These drones function as your eyes in space and provide full tactical awareness.
Yeah, your camera is drones. Which you never see, no matter what. But it's cool. It's a way of kind of keeping the immersion there.
Camera drones can also move in and out from your ship.
Covered that.
You can control your drones manually and look freely about your environment. Use them now to locate the nearby acceleration gate.
It's right there.
I've relayed instructions to your Neocom on how to perform basic commands from your ship. Try selecting the acceleration gate now with left click.
Which I did. You left click it. And then this comes up here. You see right here where it says targeted acceleration gate. And you hit approach. Now for some reason I'm moving away. I don't understand why. Oh, okay. So if I got any closer. So anyway. Let's let her
These
keep
next
talking.
instructions cover the use of your context menu. Try using it now. Right-click the acceleration gate and select Activate Gate from the context menu.
Right here.
When activated, the gate will warp you to the next area. If you are ever unsure about how to interact with something, open the context menu to see what options are available.
Here we go. So yeah.
Excellent work. You have arrived at the location. Locate your ship and board it.
There it is. It's our ship. Well, that's not our ship. So we want to look in the overview for our ship. Yeah, that's probably our ship. No, it's not. It's a person, right? Is it? Oh, no. Okay, duh. Yeah, that's our ship. So, right here, where it says board ship, click that, and your capsule will go into the ship, and you will board your beautiful ship. Which looks very pretty, actually. Wow.
Skill training completed.
Our skill training is done. Hooray! Just train that. So, why don't we go ahead and find something that's not going to take 100 hours and train it. Now, if you actually, if you get referred by someone and then you actually start playing with that referral, you'll get a booster, a neural booster, which I think it boosts your, it cuts your learning rate, the time it takes to learn this stuff, in half. Like, in half. So, even though this says 38 minutes, if you get referred by someone and get that booster, it'll take half that time, which is really nice. You can train up so much faster. When I first started playing, I wasn't referred by anyone. I played like completely legit, and it took fucking forever. Yeah, we don't really even have anything that we can do stuff for now. So for now, we're gonna break all the rules and just leave it empty until she tells us to train something new. Turn the music down a little bit. I like the music, but it's a little loud. There we go.
A capsule pilot must be aware of their shields, armor, and structure levels, as well as velocity and capacitor power. All of this information and more is contained at a glance within your heads-up display. Common interactions are available in the Selected Items panel. Select the acceleration gate now and activate it from the panel.
Alright, let's go.
Warp drive active.
You are making great progress. Now, travel to the final area of this training site and locate the item you are asked to retrieve.
I do believe that is it. Okay, we're going to hit approach.
If you need to take manual control, give your ship a direction and it will travel that way at full speed.
Yeah. Now you can't actually
You must now retrieve the
fully
item from the
control
structure
things.
in front of you. You have new instructions in your Neocom on how to transfer items to your ship's cargo.
Alright. Now what she wants you to do, basically, I found the best way to grab stuff out of a cargo rig is to come up here to this little button right here that says orbit. Now if you right click it, you can set an orbit distance. 1,000's pretty good. 1,000's usually about normal, depending on what kind of weapons you have. Now if you hit orbit, you got to be within 1,000, it's either, I'm not sure if it's meters or miles. I'm pretty sure it's meters, but I don't know. But you have to be within 1,000 meters, I'm just going to say meters, in order to basically loot something out of anything. So hit orbit at 1,000, so it gives you time to go and grab whatever. Because if you just fly up to it, if you noticed, I started turning back around because I still had momentum, because, I mean, we're in space. So if you just tell your ship to orbit, it'll give you all the time in the world to hit the open cargo button, take out the token, or just hit loot all. That's a new function. Before you had to drag
You've
it into
done
your
well,
cargo.
pilot. You should warp back to the station and dock.
Alright. Now you're thinking, I have no idea how to get back to my station. Well, that's fine. Just how we got here works the same way. If you go to Agent Missions and go to their Agent Home Base and then hit dock.
Warp drive active.
It'll activate your warp drive and away you go. Alright, now I'll explain what she was talking about earlier about the heads-up display. As you see here, each one has lines. The first line is your shield, the second line is your armor, and the last line is your structure. You don't want it to ever get to structure. Like, you can lose all your shield and all your armor and be fine. Once you start losing structure points, that's when shit's going down. Now, depending on what kind of ship you're in, like what kind of race you chose, actually, some races are better with shield, other races are better with their armor. And there we go. We're about to dock. And I'll get into the rest of this stuff later.
Docking request accepted.
Contact me through the agent's menu to complete the mission.
Alright. we can go ahead and do this while everything's loading up. We completed our mission, so let's hit complete mission. Alright, we completed it, so now we have the opportunity to request another one. So let's request another one. Alright, now this one, what do we need to do? We're doing well so far. Our next test will involve some basic combat training. When we're ready, we'll be provided with some modules to fit to our starship. Once you are fitted, we can fly out to a location and shoot some people in the face. So accept.
Your next trial involves combat. In order to survive, you will need to fit modules to your ship. To begin, access the station's fitting services.
There's a whatever ship that you have currently selected, well, it'll float right there. And you can see all your guns and everything on it. Right now it doesn't have anything on it, so it just looks like that. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's go to fitting. This is our ship, which looks really nice. And then,
your ship needs to be fitted with a weapon and an armor repair module. Both of these are being provided to you now. Your weapon is capable of dealing high amounts of damage at close range. The small armor repairer is your defensive module. When activated, it will repair a small amount of your ship's armor. You will not be able to keep it running constantly though, so only use it when you have to.
Alright, now to equip the stuff, this is a weapon. Like you see right here, you have slots, power slots to place things. Now, obviously with bigger ships you have more slots. Well, bigger ships aren't necessarily better, because smaller ships are much faster than larger ships. They might not have as much firepower, but just saying, bees hurt. You can kill a bee in one hit. A bee would take many hits to take you out, but you know what? You get a whole shit ton of bees, they'll take you out real quick. So let's equip our Gatling pulse laser, which should go in its correct slot right there. And then the small armor repair, which will go in its slot down here. Now each thing has its own stuff. Obviously weapons are going to use high power slots. There's also medium power slots, and then these low power slots for repairs and such. Do missiles too, but this one can't hold missiles. That too, you can't put anything you want on anything you want. Like, because you got to worry about how much power that you can produce, etc., etc. So you can't, I mean, you might be able to, but like, I don't think you'd be able to put like the best lasers in the game on this ship, because this is a crappy, shitty starter ship. This isn't a ship that you want to use, ever. But in training mode, no big deal. This is literally the training mode ship. This ship is not a ship you want to stick with, because it's garbage. I did open a hangar.
Drag the weapon onto your ship in the fitting area. It will fit into the appropriate slot automatically. Do the same with your defensive module.
Yeah. Again, I haven't done this in a while, so I can't remember what stuff she covers and what stuff she doesn't cover. So you may hear a couple of repeats, but that's alright. Just make sure that you've got it done.
When you are ready, undock.
Alright, and then right down here, see the mouse? Right down here, there's 3 arrows. Undock, and you'll automatically undock. We're all set up. Let's go shoot some baddies. Now again, it's not going to be as exciting as you think it is. But if you're into this kind of stuff, you'll love it, because it gives you the opportunity to fight things. But you don't have to have like crazy controls. You don't have to fly around and do, like, you fight things. You got to make sure that you're paying attention and you're shooting stuff at the right times and using the right things at the correct times. This is for people who really like to micromanage. Alright, now we got to warp to the location of the mission. Again, we right click anywhere in blank space and then go to Agent Missions, Combat Basics, Encounter, Dead Space, warp to location. Now it'll always say dead space. In dead space they mean like there's nothing there. Basically it's an instanced area where you don't have to worry about messing around. That's basically what the jump gates are for. I think they're called jump gates. We'll see here in a second. No, the acceleration gates. The acceleration gates are basically like portals into an instance, like in World of Warcraft. Whenever you're going to do like a dungeon, you go through the portal into the instance and it loads up. That's basically what acceleration gates are.
All weapons require ammunition to fire. You are now being provided with close-range ammunition. Load your weapon now.
All right. What is that? I only have one. Right click and select. Okay, gotcha. All right. So what you're talking about? You right click this, and right here, I just set auto reload to on, and auto repeat to on, and then click multi-frequency yes, which is what she was talking about. Right click. Oh, it's gone now. But next.
The type of ammunition you load affects the range at which your turrets can hit. You can access detailed information on your weapon through the heads-up display.
Yeah. Excuse me. Hit show info, right click show info. And then you'll see right here, it gives you all sorts of different information about it. What you need to use it, what different variations there are. Obviously there's a crap ton. What fitting it uses, how much she uses, and how much CPU it uses, and how much power it uses. And then how much it weighs, and everything like that. What kind of charge it uses, its range, its accuracy. Because something might have a really far range, but not be very accurate after a certain distance. Obviously with lasers you got to be pretty close. And then it gives you a brief explanation, a rapid-fire multi-barreled or energy weapon that delivers a steady stream of damage, and then the kind of ammo that it uses. Alright, next.
Activate the acceleration gate and proceed to the next area when you are ready.
Alright. Let's hit this acceleration gate.
Warp drive active.
It's got to be miles, not meters. Because this thing's like super huge when you get super close to it, so it's got to be miles.
Good work so far.
Yeah.
Next, we need to do a weapons check before we send you into live combat. You should see a fuel depot nearby. Before you can fire on it, you must lock on with your own targeting systems. Get a target lock, close your range, and then open fire.
Oh yeah. Alright, now what she's talking about target lock. Shit doesn't just fire all by itself. You have to actually lock on to stuff, and the range at which you can lock onto things depends on the kind of ship that you're in and what you're equipped with. And then it also depends on what kind of skills you have. So everything is dependent on your ship and your skills. So to lock onto something, I'm sure she'll explain here in a second.
You've taken damage from the nearby explosion.
No, I haven't.
You should repair your ship now. Good work so far. Next,
Okay,
we need to
I
do
guess
a
she doesn't go
weapons
into
check before we send you into live combat. You should see a fuel depot nearby. Before you can fire on it, you must lock on with your own targeting systems. Get a target lock, close your range, and then open fire.
Okay. Anyway. Now to lock onto something, I thought she'd go into how to do it, but I meant vocally. Like she goes into how to do it here, but not vocally. Anyway, basically, if you click on whatever it is that you're trying to shoot, or just scroll through here and find it. Right here, this little targeting reticule, hit it, and you'll start to target it, and now you're locked in. And stuff that you're locked on is right here. Right now, you can only lock on to one thing at once, I believe. And then, of course, with more skills and different ships and different fittings to your ship, you can lock on to multiple stuff. Like I had a battleship that I could lock on to 6 things. It was pretty sweet. I think 6 things. I don't know. It's been a while. So anyway, once you're locked on, you just go down here to this little your Gatling pulse laser. Hit that shit. There's shortcuts to it too, F1, etc, etc. I don't know why it's not making any sound. That's weird. I thought I had set this thing to auto repeat. Okay, there we go. It was already on. I turned it off. But yeah, it shows you how much damage you're doing, etc, etc. I don't know why there's no sound. coming out of the Gatling laser. Let's take a look. That was one hell of an explosion.
You've taken damage from the nearby explosion. You should repair your ship now with the defensive module you fitted. Remember to deactivate it once you've repaired the damage.
This may have been why it wasn't working. Okay, make sure I got everything set up correctly. Probably should have done this beforehand, but you know, it's whatever. To help you guys know what the hell you're doing. Alright, now what she was talking about, I took some damage. So now we're going to use the other thing we equipped, the small armor repair. Now when you click it, you'll see it starts to go. And every time it makes a full rotation, you'll notice your damage go back up or go back down. See, this one repairs armor, so the armor is going to go drop back down to repair. Now we got to click it off. Because if you see these two things right here, how this is going down, this is your capacitor status. Every time you use this, it uses some of your available power. Now, if you use it constantly, you won't have any capacitor status, and you won't be able to do anything. You won't be able to recharge it, and I think you won't be able to use your weapons. Actually, yeah, since we use a laser, you won't be able to use your weapons either. It's one downside of the people that use lasers and stuff. You'll kill all of your everything, so you never want to have this thing drop down super low. Okay, now what do we do next? Whenever you're somewhere like this and you're not sure what you're supposed to do next, look for an acceleration gate. If you're looking around and you don't see anything else to do, look for an acceleration gate. Chances are that's the next place you need to go. So let's go. Do you have any cargo? Nope, just that. Alright.
Warp drive active.
Here we go.
Heads up, pilot. You have 2 hostile ships inbound to your location.
Oh, snap!
You should see them represented in your overview. Let's take care of them now.
Alright, see these right here? Well, red reticules mean baddies.
Lock the targets.
Let's lock in, go in for an orbit, and since we're using lasers, we want to orbit at 500 because that's the range at which it falls off. And you'll stay in and out of 500. So let's open up on this guy. Take a little bit of damage because again, it's same as shield, armor, and then destruction. The hull. He's not even touching it. Such a bad. Took him down. Now we want to approach him and orbit him.
Once you have a lock, activate your weapon. Your ship is fitted for close-range combat. Either let the targets close in on you, or use the approach command and close the distance yourself. If you are taking too much damage, activate the defensive module.
I'm not taking any damage.
Good work. The area has been cleared of hostile targets. Warp back to the station and dock to complete the mission.
Alright. Now, neither one of these guys... Now, you see their little things right here? The little arrows? If that little arrow is solid, that means they have stuff in their cargo. See how they don't have anything? Neither one of them do, so I'm not going to show you the other one. But if it's full, if it's a solid arrow pointing down, then they have stuff. Excuse me. Then they have stuff in their cargo bay, and you should approach and loot them. Alright, let's head back to the dock. Agent home base, dock.
Warp drive active.
Here we go. I would love to play this game on a huge monitor. It would be amazing. Alright guys, so let's cut it off there. and I will see you guys when I get back to the station. See ya.